Welcome back to another brand new video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This video today I'm about to bring you, man, is basically just a bad neighbor. 911 was called on this gentleman. His neighbor called 911 for the simple fact that they was having a dispute, and this man just started shouting racial words towards him, calling him the N-word, all type of disrespectful words towards his neighbor. Anyway, police just showed up to his house right now. So before we start the video though, guys, please watch the video. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on the videos, please, if you can. I just switched up the videos the way I was doing it. This is my third time I actually switched things up. So please tell me, do you like the new way that I'm doing the videos, or go back to the other way? Let me know in the comments if you like my new adventure that I'm going towards. I'm always trying to switch up to see which would be suitable for me and which will be suitable, most importantly, for the audience, which is you guys. I don't want to stay doing something that's not working. I want to do something. I like being creative. I like changing things around. I like moving around things, and just try to figure out what works. That's just how I am. But hope you guys like the new way I'm doing it, because I really enjoy it. Yeah, guys, also would appreciate your kindness with some super thanks purchase for the channel. Let's get right into the video, guys. I hope everything is going fine in your neighborhoods, your community, within your household, with your families. Let's go.
Yeah, let's take a look.
It sounds like I'm afraid. Please, out of my house.
Well, you invited us in, man. Yeah, you just asked us to come in.
No, I'm not actually. No, it's cool. Here you go.
I slammed on my brakes and my dog smashed into my dashboard. If I had not slammed on my brakes, and mind you, I am going very slow, watching out for your blind one, your younger dog would be dead right now. Your younger dog does this quite frequently. You need to figure something out and control your dogs, or one of them will end up getting hit and killed by someone.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
Listen, I don't mean to laugh, but you heard what he said to the cop. He said to the cop, he's an N-word. He used the N-word to the cop. You seen the other officer's face when he said that? This man is out of his mind, and all of this dispute is over dogs, over animals. And he's definitely intoxicated, though. You can just see how he's acting, how he's slurring his words. He's completely intoxicated. But they always say when people are drunk, they speak the truth. So every word that's coming out of this man's mouth towards his colored neighbor is coming from his heart. Let's keep listening to this man, bro.
Girl told me I need to pick that up. I said, I don't want to see that shit again. I said, I don't want to see that again. So this is what I told him. I said, dude, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a dog get hit. So he never really got it. And so I therefore, I'm like, you're not getting it, man. So I upped my game. I'm like, dude, do you not realize your dog gonna fucking die, bro?
Has the dog come out since then?
Well, he came out, and I'm like, oh, dang, it's cool. It's a very long list of what he's done to me and my family.
Okay.
Dude, I didn't touch him.
Well, he was frightened enough that he said he went into the house and called us.
So. I know what he did. Because here's what people do. And when they're chicken, you know what they do? Call the police. Call the po-po.
Well, I would rather them call us than have something happen to
Call
somebody.
the 5-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what?
And he's drunk. That's all drunk talk, drunk toughness. This man is just tough because he's intoxicated. Like, he's calling his neighbor a chump. He's calling his neighbor a little wuss because he was threatening his neighbor. He was talking all type of tough talk towards his neighbor, and his neighbor doesn't want problems. So the best thing to do when you're arguing with anybody, dude, if you don't want no problems, you just walk away. It's the best thing to do. If you around somebody that's constantly fighting, arguing, and trying to be disrespectful towards you, just walk away. It's never worth it, especially a man like him. He's intoxicated. One hard hit to his face area and he's down. And when you're drunk like he is, once you're drunk like this man is, once you're on the ground, it's like mission impossible to get up. He's intoxicated. You put him down, he's not coming up. But he has the nerves to keep calling his neighbor the N-word. Let's keep listening to this man. This man is outrageous, dude.
And he's heard him over and over and over again.
think you definitely need to leave him alone. I mean, he was frightened by some of the stuff that you said.
Well, I'm sure he is, but you know what? If you don't tell people this, I'm gonna tell you something in life. I'm big, right? I'm bad, right? I have the biggest heart in the world. These little fucking niggas didn't say it, but I did.
Scott, I'm gonna say something now. So I've been doing this job for quite a while, and so has Deputy Zoomer.
Yeah, I respect that.
And I can tell you that you're pretty intoxicated right now.
I would agree.
And
I would agree.
Sometimes you make poor judgments when you're intoxicated, where I think if you were sober, you probably would have handled that differently. Or not handled it at all.
I would agree, but yet disagree. Because you know what? I did that. There's only one reason I did that, for my dad.
Okay. Well, your dad's old enough. I know your dad. He can handle his own situation too with him if he needs to. So. But you shouldn't be doing it when you're intoxicated. If you want to have a civil conversation with somebody when you're sober, that's the time to do it. Okay?
Fair enough.
You understand?
Fair enough.
All right.
That's how you know that he's just acting tough because he's drunk. Sober Scott, that man is sober. He don't say nothing to his neighbor, and he claims he's just talking disrespected his neighbor because of his father. He been wanting to disrespect his neighbor. Now they're going to arrest him because he threatened his neighbor.
Taser deployed. We're fighting. Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased again.
Put your hands behind your back.
And on top of Scott resisting arrest, he reached for one of the officer's tasers and tried to snatch it out the officer's waist. So that's a charge. Whenever you're being arrested in any situation and you try to grab the officer's gun or pepper spray or whatever you try to grab to use against the officer, you're going to be charged for that. So he just caught another charge. Other than resisting arrest, another charge. Like, I don't get people, dude. You're wrong. You're threatening your neighbor with violence. Calling him the N-word left and right. Dude, he was so disrespectful to the neighbor. And he kept calling him the N-word, the N-word, the N-word. Like, this man is... It's not even about being drunk. That's honestly, I think that's how he feels in his heart towards his colored neighbors. I think he been wanting to say that, but he didn't have the courage. So he got super duper intoxicated and grow some testicles. He grows some balls, and now he wants to go act out. Scott, stop it. You're not tough, bro. The alcohol is making you tough.
You're lucky you didn't get bit.
I don't care. Nothing matters.
Whatever you got going, you need to get something figured out in your life, okay?
Can I be released like what I have to pay?
So this is a disorderly conduct
Okay.
for what happened today.
Resisting arrest.
Oh, oh boy, I'm sorry for that.
Well,
I made a mistake. Yeah.
We're gonna have the ambulance come out. We just want to check you over because there was a taser deployed. Do you understand?
No, dude, you have no idea what I've been through.
Okay. Would you feel more comfortable in a chair right now while we wait for the ambulance? No? You're fine on it?
Yeah, but let's take these off.
Can't take those off. Those gotta stay on.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When can I pay this, or my father pay this?
We will,
one more.
We will, go ahead and figure that out at the jail. I want...
Jail?
Yes, you're going to jail.
I'm under arrest? I didn't
Yes.
do anything wrong.
Yes, it's disorderly conduct and resisting. So we'll figure that out up at the jail. And then
You know this man Scott is drunk. He said, going to jail? Why? I didn't do nothing. Dude, you just fought with the cops. You just literally fight the cops and try to take the cops' taser to use it against them. What do you mean you're not going to jail? Absolutely, Scotty, you're going to jail. Stop drinking, Scott. Stop it.
You came in my house.
We told you were under arrest outside. You came in the house. We followed you. It's called fresh pursuit. We're well within our rights. Technically, what you did is a felony. It's called escape as well.
I didn't mean it that way.
It doesn't matter how you meant it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
We don't want to wrestle with anybody, but you got to go along with the program when we're here.
Yeah, I get it.
Were you drinking last night, or is this off from the day?
No, it was you have no idea what pencils are about.
Okay. Well, I'm going to suggest that you maybe figure things out in your life and seek counseling if you're drinking as much as you are, because you're very intoxicated for 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but guess what?
This is probably why you're sitting here right now in cuffs.
I'm not driving, right?
Well, I think you were, but we're not gonna go down that road.
No, I was not driving.
He was from the beginning of the story. That's how the whole situation happened. He was driving past his neighbor's house to his house, and the dog came out to the driveway, his neighbor's driveway, and he got mad because he thought that he was going to hit the dog. So technically, if the officers want to go down that route, they could, but at the end of the day, they didn't see him driving. The incident, his neighbor called saying that what happened, that he was in the car and they started an argument. So he was driving, but the officers didn't see that technically, so they can't really go down that road. So that's how that goes. But this man was drinking from 11 a.m. in the morning. He had to get drunk to get tough with his neighbors. He'd been living next to these people for years, and all the anger inside of this man built up. Instead of just going to have a civil conversation, he drank a bottle of vodka to get tough. I know a lot of guys like Scott, though. They get drunk to get tough. Stop it out there, man. Stop getting drunk and getting tough, gentlemen.
Yes,
100%.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
What you did is the textbook definition of active resistance, which is why you got
I was
tased.
just afraid that that's all.
You resisted for the taser. You resisted prior to the taser.
Can you do me one favor? Here, my phone.
What do you want with your phone?
Here, my friend.
Well, we're not going to call anybody right now.
No, we're for my friend.
We'll take your phone up to the jail with you if you want, and you can get numbers off of it.
I don't know if you're not understanding this. You're not getting out of jail before tomorrow afternoon.
They're going to keep you until you sober up.
So what am I being charged with?
Disorderly conduct and resisting.
By the way, that hurt.
I'm sure it did. When you slammed my arm into the door, that kind of hurt too.
Well, I was just trying to get away. That's all.
Exactly. So you were trying to commit a crime. It's called escape. Like I said, you're extremely lucky that I didn't slam my dog on you, because then you'd have fight words.
Okay.
Dude, I love that cop. He said, what you did, you slammed my arm. You hurt it as well. He said, you're lucky I didn't get my dog to bite you. That's funny.
Disease and cause alcohol-related brain damage.
I want to know what my jurisdiction is.
You don't have jurisdiction. What do you mean your jurisdiction?
Well, yeah.
Your charges are disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
Did I hurt you guys?
No, I'm not charging you with battery to law enforcement. I probably could, because you slammed my arm pretty hard in the door.
I was just trying to get away.
I understand, which is all I need to know, because that needs to go into that crime. Scott, the ambulance is here. They're going to check you out, okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, they're going to come in here and check you out. You're not going to cause them any problems?
No, I know.
This is Scott. He's in custody. Kind of didn't want to go to jail today, and he ended up getting tased.
Everything look good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Scott, in a minute here, I'm gonna explain something to you.
That's fair.
He's got a belt right here. We're gonna put it around your waist. We're gonna get your hands out of the cuffs behind you and put them in front so it's more comfortable on the ride up there.
Thank you.
We need you to remain cooperative with us.
Absolutely. I promise I will. So, guys,
Scott, I honestly don't think you have any choice but to cooperate at this point. This is the 6th time this man acts his charges. You know he's hella drunk, dude. You know Scott is hella drunk. He asks the same question 6 times. Mr. Scotty wants no more problem. I promise you. He's going to cooperate. He don't want to feel that taser anymore, dude. Mr. Scotty, stop drinking and getting angry, dude.
Like that. Stop spinning your wrist around.
Just keep it like this.
Keep it just like that. Gotta safety lock them so they don't tighten up on you, okay?
We're gonna get you up now, okay? 1, 2.
You have any medications you need, sir? Yes, if they don't give it to me, I'm probably gonna die.
Okay, we don't want that to happen, but where are your meds at?
Right over there.
Where at, sir?
Here, just,
There's a prescription bottle in your gym bag over here.
Yeah.
That's the one you need?
here it is. Yes, sir.
Watch your step down. You probably know better than I do, but just be on the safe side. We're gonna go right to this door right over here on this. Watch your head, sir. There you go. It's much easier than sitting on your wrist. And, there you go. Pick up your hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the video right there with Mr. Scott in the back of the patrol car on his way to Central Bookings to get fingerprinted and to go see the judge. Mr. Scott was given 3 charges: resisting, battery, and he attempted to grab the officer's taser. So they also charge him with that, and that's a felony charge. Hope and wish Mr. Scott the best, but this is just something, ladies and gentlemen, that happens all the time. It happens all the time with neighbors. And if you live next to someone, it's just not a good idea to have any type of animosity towards your neighbor. It makes no sense, because you have to see these people every single day God gives you life. Every single day God gives you life, dude. You have to see these people. You have to figure out a way to interact with your neighbors. You have to always figure out a way to get along with your neighbors, because it makes no sense living next to somebody that you're carrying so much animosity and so much anger towards. Because just seeing someone that you hate that much on a daily basis eventually is going to boil over. It's just facts. I don't care who you are, how calm of a person you are. If you're not getting along with someone that you see every single day you see them, it bothers you. Eventually it's going to boil over and it's going to lead to something else. This is just what happened to Scott and his neighbor. And his neighbors are colored people. All along they didn't get along. And Scott lives with his father. That's his father's house. He's a grown man in his 40s, 50s, living in his father's house. But it doesn't matter. Good for Scott. I wish him all the best. But regardless, if you and your father don't get along with your neighbor, don't get highly intoxicated and then act brave. Because you being drunk, it makes it even worse for you. Because God forbid you get into a fight. When you're that intoxicated and you get into a fight, first of all, you're not going to have the strength. You're not going to have the energy to fight anybody when you're that intoxicated. When you're that intoxicated, you have no type of stamina to fight nobody. You're going to throw the first punch or kick and then you're going to get tired because you're unable to breathe when you're highly drunk. So that's something Scott don't understand. With one hit, he hits the ground, he's not getting up. So it's not worth it, dude. Let's all live in peace, please. Let's all live in peace, man. Let's all get along. If there's someone that's next to you that you have to see every day and something about them bothers you, or they're doing something towards angering you every day, have a civil conversation, because you have to see these people. If you argue with them today, you have to see them tomorrow again. And then unless you're going to sell your property or you're going to move out your property just because of someone else, no, it's not that serious. So it's always best to have a civil conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's go out to a restaurant. Let's just figure it out. This is the biggest problem we're having in this world today, man. This is one of the biggest problems. The lack of respect that we have for each other. If we learn to be more respectful to each other, we're going to communicate better. We don't communicate with each other because we don't have the respect that it takes to have that civil conversation with each other. If you don't respect me, you're not going to want to have a conversation with me. So it all starts with having respect for each other. You don't have to like me, but let's figure it out so we could have civil conversation with each other, even just saying hi and bye, because we are neighbors. We don't have to have long form conversation, but we are neighbors, so let's just say hello. Let's just keep it cordial. Let's keep it respectful to each other and go about our day. But you carrying animosity towards me every time you see me, you're getting mad, it's eventually going to blow over. God bless Scott. God bless everybody in this video, in the story. I hope and wish them all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please figure out ways to talk to each other when we have problems with each other. Let's not go down the path of using drugs or alcohol to solve our problems. Let's figure it out. Let's have this conversation. Let's talk about it. It's never need, because eventually it's going to lead into violence. It's never need to get into violence at all. Let's start figuring out how to have the conversation with each other so it doesn't lead to that part of life. Until the next video, man, stay safe, stay positive. Always treat people the way you want to be treated, ladies and gentlemen. Don't judge people based on the color of the skin. Always be respectful to people. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. Always in life. Always do what's right in the eyes of God and His family, man. We'll catch you guys in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.